Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen, and happy almost Thanksgiving to those of you who celebrate or just like to eat on an occasion where eating is encouraged. It's Friday night. It's marked by wrestling, covering for the Coalition and A&B combos as we are live for Smackdown. Good to see you guys in the chat already. Quick hello to a few people. Zach Minger in the house. Zach, National Gingerbread Cookie Day. Feels a little early for that, don't you think? Just a little early for gingerbread cookies. We're still in November, and I'm not like a gatekeeper for the Christmas season, but I think we wouldn't have National Gingerbread Cookie Day until December. So the more you know. All right. Then now forever together. We got our open and crawl coming along. Dossie Chatham in the house. Dossie sharing news with everybody. Sheamus, breaking news, is out of the last time is now tournament due to a shoulder injury. Everybody pour one out for Steven's agenda to have Sheamus be the final opponent for John Cena and get the Intercontinental title to also be a Grand Slam winner. I'm very disappointed in that development. Hope Sheamus recovers quickly. I wouldn't even be mad if it was a work for some reason. Mike Evans, good to see you. Dro, good to see you. Sophie, hello. Yes, we're here and we're back covering main roster stuff, not just NXT anymore for Marked by Wrestling. Mike, you're new here. Well, welcome, man. Listen, this is a safe place. This is a place where we like to actually enjoy the wrestling we're watching. We don't spend a lot of time complaining. We find and isolate the things in pro wrestling that we enjoy, and we have a good time. So I hope you like it here. Stick around, hang out with us tonight. We got more. Speaking of Sheamus and the last time is now tournament, we've got PENTA versus Finn Balor. And hold on for a second, guys. I've got to let somebody in the house. Be right back. Don't lock the door behind you. Just leave it unlocked. I'll lock it later. Just don't let yourself. Okay, everybody. And we're back. We're recapping. All my predictions for the year has been like the Mets. That's something we can agree on, Sophie. They are in the tank for sure. Justin Allen Crane, good to see you, my friend. I'm glad you're here tonight. It's good to see you. What's the last time I covered the main roster? I know it's been a while. I want to say it was maybe the lead up to Crown Jewel. It was like during the summer. I haven't been during the fall at all, but I'm here now for SmackDown. I may investigate if I can do Raw as well, because we got to do Survivor Series, right? Anyway, we got a recap of Monday Night Raw. Brock Lesnar is back, and we everybody's got their feelings about Brock these days, but on paper, that Survivor Series team is straight nasty. Brock Lesnar, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, who's also in the tournament tonight against Carmelo Hayes. The Bronze, the Brock, the Logan Paul, and Drew McIntyre. Are you kidding me? Like, that is a banger WarGames team. And then, of course, you have the Avengers, the WWE All-Stars, according to their pushes right now. Cody, Punk, Jey Uso, the Usos. And now the Tribal Chief is back, Roman Reigns. Now, I'm not super pumped to see Roman and Brock again. I kind of hated it every time they fought each other when it was current, with the exception of that one SummerSlam, the one where Brock got the tractor and lifted that match was a chaotic mess, and it was the best kind. And their angle here, they're showing the NYPD body cam footage. The fact that they got body cam in there is amazing. It's pretty wild. And just all this breaking down, Cody knocking down the barrier, spearing a few cops, CM Punk choking Logan Paul with a kendo stick. And this isn't lost on me that we had the stare down between Roman and Punk, and they're both they're buddy cops in the new Zootopia movie. Sophie, I do believe Sheamus will get replaced by who? I I don't even know. But Team Heyman, Team Vision is currently in the ring to open up SmackDown. Right now, I see the Bronze and Logan Paul, so I don't see Drew McIntyre or Brock Lesnar just yet. I don't know if Brock's even there. And you would think that Drew would at least... He's obviously a free agent. I don't think Drew is joining the Vision. Seems like Logan has joined the Vision, though. All right. Heyman's got a vision for WarGames. Let's hear what he's got to say. Okay. Heyman's just cutting a standard promo, putting over each guy and how he's going to destroy 5 heroes. It's interesting that Paul Heyman is using this language about taking out heroes because 30 years ago, Paul Heyman also had a WarGames team called the Dangerous Alliance. The Dangerous Alliance was comprised of Rick Rude, Steve Austin, Larry Zbyszko, the living legend, Arn Anderson, and beautiful Bobby Eaton. And he formed that faction because he said he hated WCW so much. The way he was going to get revenge on them was to kill their heroes, which is a lot of what he's saying here. Their heroes being Sting and a few other guys who are all amazing too. But yeah. Huh? He's trying to talk about being worse than the devil. Oh, Logan Paul. Wow. Logan getting a lot of natural, well-earned boos from the crowd here tonight. Denver, Colorado tonight. Bro, stay mad. Logan Paul is a great heel. One of the few truly great heels. Logan Paul got to start, and he just got interrupted by the Usos, or is it just by Jay? We'll see. Yep, the Usos are here just in time to interrupt Logan Paul. Everybody yeeting in Denver. Jimmy out here being so unserious. Not goofy. A little unhinged, but unserious. Oh, Mike, thanks for being here, man. I'm really glad you're here. Thanks for joining us tonight. Braun Breaker trying to hold Logan Paul back. They're looking ridiculous. Crowd's chanting OTC while Paul Heyman is talking. Ron Breaker sitting here saying, Roman's not here. He's never here. All right, Heyman's pretty much pointing out they're outnumbered 3-2 right now. Let's see if the rest of Team Babyface is here. Crowd is chanted for OTC. Now they're chanting for CM Punk. Come on, y'all know Cody's here. It's Smackdown. Jimmy said, you think we show up alone? Here comes the the WWE champion, the quarterback, Cody Rhodes. I forget who said it, but I read somewhere, and this made me laugh, that just in title, it's kind of hilarious that almost every babyface, other than Jimmy Uso, it's hard to determine who's the captain of the team for the good guys, because you have the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, you have QB1, or in Cody Rhodes, you have the best in the world, CM Punk, and you have main event, Jey Uso. Uh-oh. Well, they played Cody's music, but Cody isn't coming out. Uh-oh. Parking lot. Parking lot. Cody's tour bus. Drew McIntyre is just walking out of Cody's tour bus, and Cody is left laying. Oh, and he's bleeding. Not much, but he's bleeding. Man. Well, that's where Drew was, everybody. Laying a beat down on Cody Rhodes. It's a game of chess. So now the Usos are running out of the building and heading to the tour bus. They're calling for medics. Somebody check on Pharaoh. Is Pharaoh on the bus? What about Brandy? Was Cody just on the bus by himself? You know what's wild? Zero commentary during that segment, which is pretty dope. They just let the talent speak for themselves in that opening segment. Justin, we absolutely are going to see blood at WarGames. I can't believe that Cody wouldn't bleed, that the son of the American dream, the blood faucet that Dusty Rhodes was, that Cody wouldn't want to bleed in that cage match. I 100% believe, now I don't know who will bleed necessarily. I can go ahead and tell you that Paul Heyman, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and probably Drew McIntyre, at least all four of those guys want there to be blood in that match, because those guys, and I'm not speaking off-putting of any of the other guys in the match, but I know that those guys are old school enough. They're like, if we're doing this like grudge match, WarGames cage match, like somebody's got to get opened up. And Cody is just nuts enough that he would do it. I think 10 years ago, Punk would have done it. And he might still try it now. I don't know. Drew, I just don't know. I think he's tough enough to be a guy who bleeds too. But I absolutely believe we'll see blood in WarGames. Of course, not at all to the level that AEW did with Blood and Guts. They're just two completely different businesses, WWE and AEW. So you can't even hold them to similar standards, especially when it comes to violence inside a cage. But yeah, I absolutely believe we'll see blood. Yeah. If we don't see blood in WarGames between those two matches, now I don't know if we'll see blood in the female WarGames. That I'm not so sure. If anything, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to cover for it by having a lot of misting happen in the female WarGames, like have Asuka just missed everybody. So you still get a colorful visual in the match that looks gross, but it's not blood. I'm not going to be mad if there's no blood in WarGames, but I will be disappointed. I think the men's match needs a little bit, at least. I mean, again, It doesn't have to be everybody gushing, you know, but they can't all come out of there clean. Watch Cody wear like his all white trunks or tights rather, and just absolutely be pouring blood all over the place. Who do I think is going to jump off the cage, Cody or the Usos? I think Cody will come off the top rope, but I don't think he'll come off the top of the cage. Not the WWE champion. Probably Jimmy or Jay comes off the top. If it's somebody from the good guys, it's one of the Usos. I wouldn't necessarily put it past Bronson Reed to try it again, though. I hope he doesn't. Or Logan. Logan Paul might. He might come off the top of the cage. Oh, now Cody. Oh, Drew doing a drive-by taunting the Usos. See you at WarGames. And then he was like, learn how to squabble. Man. Michael Cole and Corey Graves on the announced team tonight. Ooh, Corey Graves pointing out something that didn't happen during opening segment because there wasn't any commentary, that Drew is banned from the building. He's still suspended. I mean, he's not suspended, but Corey Graves said he's banned from Smackdown. So he wasn't in the building. He went to the tour bus and attacked Cody there. And here comes the Mad Dragon. So you know what that means, everybody. Time for the U.S. Open Challenge, U.S. Title Open Challenge. I hope you guys have your plates ready because it's time to start cooking with the Mad Dragon. Hell's Kitchen, if you will. Yeah, Sophie, I think if Seth wasn't injured, that he probably just would have plugged in where Logan Paul is. That's my guess, is that they wouldn't have turned on Seth and they still would have brought Brock in as a Heyman guy. And maybe there'd be tension there between Seth and Brock. But Logan, I think Logan just wouldn't be a part of it. That's my guess. But I like what we have now, and I hope Seth gets better soon, though. All right, let's see what we got. Is Ciampa going to try to come out again? Because we still haven't gotten Ciampa. This is somebody from the Judgment Day is here. Do you think Dom is going to? No, Dom's got his rematch against Cena. Is JD? Oh, JD McDonough and Ilya Dragunov tonight. Listen, Ilya's winning this match, but I hope you guys are prepared for what you're about to see, because JD can straight go, and we know Ilya can go. This is going to be a fun match. Ilya saw Finn Balor had a match tonight, so he's like, I want one too. Oh, there is a AAA event on YouTube tomorrow night as well. I won't be home for that, but if you want to see more great wrestling for free, it's at 7:15 Pacific, 10:15 Eastern. Which is a little late. The AAA shows are a bit late, but should be fun. All right. Ilya and JD, here we go. Who you got? Who you got in the U.S. Title Open Challenge? Michael Cole with the deep cuts, referencing Ilya Dragunov giving JD an eye injury in their earlier days. Woo! Yeah, it's going to be a physical match in NXT. Good call, Dossie. Tell you, man, these guys. Ilya Dragunov he's a dying breed. His type of performance, and I love to watch him. I love to watch him wrestle. He just looks like he wants to hurt you. which is just something that's missing in a lot of wrestlers today. Even if they're really good performers, they don't look like they want to hurt you, you know? And Dragunov is like, no, I'm gonna hurt you. I want to hurt you. Which is like, that's the suspension of disbelief. That's what we want to see out of our performers in our matches. Man, just these basic moves from these two looking like they hurt so much. Oh man, Justin, you're right. There, somebody is going to be in quite an exquisite amount of pain. Sophie, yes, I think we'll get Gunther and Ilya on the main roster at some point. When, I don't know. Honestly, I don't ever wish for anybody to be injured, but I think that injury to Dragunov delaying their match is probably a good thing because, you know, Dragunov coming back and being on SmackDown, the US champion now, he's building up his resume and he's wrestling every week in front of everyone. And everybody already knows how bad Gunther is as a man, you know? So it will mean more rather than if they had burned that match, you know, a year ago before Ilya had to take all that time off. Man, just a hard hitting matchup. So let me see if we've got any questions in the chat or from anybody, and we'll catch up while we've got the non-dominant broadcast on here. Yeah, AEW does have a show tomorrow. I'm so out of the loop on AEW. I only see little clips of things on social media. But yeah, JD's headbutt versus the Moscow torpedo. Yeah, I know, right? Shoot. Yeah, Sophie, I know. I mean, you know, feel like Roman's going to end up leaving some matches on the table because I know he hasn't really talked about retiring, but you know, his Hollywood stuff is picking up, and I just got to wonder how much longer does he want to keep getting in the ring? And no, he hasn't been one-on-one with Jacob. He hasn't faced Gunther. You know, I know we never got that Rock match. So I don't know. I don't know what we'll see. And we haven't gotten that real, like he's faced Seth a few times in his career, but he hasn't gotten that real final blow off with Seth. And I feel like WWE wants to do that match. Of course, Jacob, who knows when we'll see him. I tell you what would be wild is there's been a lot of theorizing, a lot of people fantasy booking that Jimmy Uso gets knocked out of the match. And what if Jacob replaced him? That would be nasty work for sure if Jacob got substituted into that WarGames. Yeah, Roman and Punk one-on-one. We might get that for WrestleMania. We'll see. I think Punk's going to have a good one-on-one match with somebody at Mania. And I feel like it's either going to be Roman or Cody, probably. But we'll see what we get. JR Dugan in the house. What's up, JR? Good to see you, man. Sophie, what are my thoughts on Brie Bella saying she's ready to come back? I'm in no hurry. I'm in no hurry for that. Nico, good question. Did I enjoy NXT UK when it was around back then? I didn't watch it every week, but I gotta say, I don't think I ever saw a match in NXT UK that I didn't like. I mean, those guys just lit the world on fire every single week. And of course, you know, that was the jumping off point for people like Alba Fire. She was Kaylee Ray then, I think, but Rhea Ripley. They're obviously JD and Ilya and Gunther, you know, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. And anyway, just so many great, and I'm not even scratching the surface of how many great acts came out of NXT UK. Piper Niven, I think, was there. There was a fun tag team there too called I can't remember who. It was like Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews. Something Subculture is what they used to call themselves. I can't remember, but but they were a lot of fun too. Good crowd pleasing tag team. Dossie, that's a good question. I feel like Jimmy and Jay are pretty united right now, and I don't see Jimmy doing another heel turn right now. I mean, I could totally be wrong about that, but that's just not something. I don't see that happening from Jimmy's side of things. I think if there's any kind of heelish work coming from the baby faces, I feel like it's going to be Jay doing that work. What a German suplex from Dragunov, who still got him locked in. He's yelling, "This is fun." I'm telling you, man, the the craziness from Ilya, I'm here for it. One more time, Chance. I do miss the old triple German suplexes from one guy in particular. Man. And Ilya, he's doing these elbows in the back of the neck, or on the shoulder. And he looks just so convincing. About near dropped JD on his head, too. The suplex there. Is he? Oh, bleeding. Man. Ilya's up top. And stomp. Nope, rolls through. Here comes McDonough. Nope. Oh, he almost went for another German suplex. Little 619 spinning. Whoa. JD with the counter. Okay, so Dragunov does that sort of 619 thing and turns it into like a discus clothesline. When he came in, JD caught him in the clothesline and hit him with a standing Spanish fly. And that was so clean. So clean. I'll tell you what, man, I feel almost mean calling JD most improved. Like I've been on record both here and A&B combos to say I think Maxine Dupree is the most improved women's wrestler this year, with a neck and neck with Raquel Rodriguez. But as far as the men go, I don't think JD has been bad at all this year, but I think he's gotten more opportunities to show just how good he is. And so in that way, he's kind of more, oh my gosh, more, displays of his greatness in the ring. They just did a spot suplexing each other out of the ring while they were both locked onto each other. Very justified holy chance coming from Denver. I do got to say, Sophie, you have a point. The crowd engagement is not proportionate to the quality of wrestling they're getting on screen tonight. I think we have more of a sports entertainment crowd than a wrestling crowd here tonight, because they popped for all the entrance stuff in the opening segment and the WarGames, things, and they booed Logan Paul really well. And they're getting into this match more now, but I don't think they truly appreciate the level of work they're getting right now between JD and Dragunov. MSG on Monday night would have eaten this match for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They would have been all over this. Don't even get me started on a European crowd, which, by the way, the road to the Royal Rumble will go through Europe this year, as the Royal Rumble is in Saudi this year. So this coming year. So we got to anticipate a few more singing crowds, a few more, moments like that. So we'll see what we get. Becky Lynch's Twitter game is unmatched, and it's been that way for years, ever since she became the man. And she is on a tangent. It's very 1998 Chris Jericho, I'm a conspiracy victim stuff. But she's doing it in her own way. It's very, very good though. Yeah. Becky never ceases to be entertaining, Becky Lynch. So she's doing great work, man. Maybe the most complete female performer in wrestling right now. The New Day are involved. Oh, that's great. I'm glad she's able to get them doing something, because their talents are being wasted right now. They haven't lost a drip of promo ability this whole time, even though they've just been kind of ignored ever since they turned heel, outside of a short tag team title reign. And then their grief process over the tag division was something beautiful too, but it didn't get a lot of attention outside of those commercial break promos. So I think you guys might be in commercial, but right now Dragunov just rattled off like 10 rapid fire chops to JD and then finished it off with a headbutt. Like, this is just nasty work. Not watching SmackDown tonight, Justin. Well, I'll do my best to kind of keep you in the loop as to what we're seeing tonight. Right now, just a banger of a match between Ilya and JD. You know what they should do is, when they cut this stuff up and put it on their YouTube channel, they should put the whole match on YouTube and not just cut it for commercial breaks. Like, I wonder if they do. Like, they should put it all unedited. All right. Well, we should be back from the break now. And as our match continues, Ilya now on the top turnbuckle with JD. We're looking for a superplex here. Top rope superplex. Woo! And he landed a little snug. Oh, but JD's got him by the hair, and now he's picking him up. Brainbuster. Jeez. Only a one-hand cover, though, only gets him two. Gorilla Monsoon somewhere in heaven saying if he had hooked the legs, maybe we'd have a new champion. I do kind of miss Woods wearing the big hat on TV, Justin. I kind of do. It was entertaining. Mod Father's here. All right. Good evening, Stephen and Chad. Hope everyone's having a blessed Friday. Let's have a good time. Oh, yeah, man. Whoop. Standing moonsault rolls through backwards and jumping boot by Dragunov. Now we've... Shoo. Like a back suplex, but slams him down like into a spine buster almost. Uh-oh. Shamanica, welcome. Hey, whenever you can get here is good with me, girl. Thanks for being here. All right. Ilya firing up. Oh, and eats what looks like a claymore almost from JD. But JD's going up to the top. Moonsault. Big angle style moonsault. 1, 2, only 2. 2.9. They've got the crowd locked in now. Denver was late, but they're here now. They are respecting both these performers. Yeah, this crowd took a minute to warm up, but thankfully they're giving Ilya time in his matches, because by the end of the match, in the last gear, he's got everybody. He's got everybody in the palm of his hands. We got This Is Awesome chants now from Denver. So if they just let Ilya work, he wins over everybody. Very Bret Hart-like in that way. Oh, big headbutt from Ilya. Powerbomb. Oh, nope. Jumps out, and a headbutt from JD and a headbutt from Ilya. Jeez. Now powerbomb down from Ilya and H-bomb. That ought to do it. Ilya retains. Chef's kisses, man. Big standing ovation from Denver. Maybe not a lot of cheering and screaming, although there is some of that. But there's a lot of just straight up applause from the crowd for this match. And that, you love to see it. Because in today's day and age, yours truly and others can accuse wrestling fans of like, oh, they're only here for like the cinema moments. They're only here for the entrances and the sing-alongs. but when you see good wrestling, you still give it its due respect. And Denver, you stepped up for it, even if you were a little late to the show. You did it. Good on you, Denver, and good on you, Ilya and JD. What a great match. I guarantee that was match of the night. It's all downhill from here. No. We're going to have a good rest of the show for sure. Corey putting over, and the commentary putting over both guys. Even Corey's like, it's only a matter of time before JD is a singles champion here, which I'm glad he took time to say. So we're revisiting last week's women's WarGames drama where Charlotte appears to have left the team. And of course, if you didn't watch Raw on Monday, Rhea may or may not be recruiting AJ Lee for WarGames. Charlotte, of course, does not trust. Doesn't trust her. Nico, my top 5 NXT takeovers. I'm gonna have to think about those, but I absolutely will get there. I tell you what, Nico, since I'm going off the top of the dome, let me put your question up on the screen. Since I'm going off the top of the dome, these are not in any particular order, okay? Meanwhile, we got Charlotte and Alexa walking backstage. So let's see what they've got. I'm going to keep your question, Nico, up here until I answer it. Alexa is doing like family therapy on Charlotte, making her try to make amends with Rhea. And now Io is leaving the scene too. It's like watching The Parent Trap or something here. So Rhea and Charlotte are going to try to make peace tonight. Interesting. All right, we've got Nick Aldis and Kathy Kelly. Cody's condition. No update on Cody's condition yet, but Nick Aldis is taken. Oh, he sees the vision. He squares up with Braun Breaker. Okay. Nick Aldis is not Adam Pearce. He will walk any of y'all down. Heyman is just kissing up immediately. Heyman goes. Heyman tried to get a handshake from Aldis, saying, have a great show. And he's like, and Aldis is not shaking his hand. So he just keeps his hand out and he turns and looks at Braun, and Braun Breaker shakes his hand instead. All right, here comes Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes versus Bronson Reed in the Last Time Is Now tournament coming up right now. All right, during entrances here, top 5 NXT TakeOver pay-per-views of all time. So, going off the dome. So these are not in any particular order, Nico. I'm going to go TakeOver Toronto because seeing DIY and FTR, The Revival, in a 2 out of 3 falls tag match. Really helped me kind of fall back in love with wrestling at a time where I was still watching it, but just not super into it. I will go. Oh, I can't remember. I think it's Takeover New Orleans, the one that had the first. This is DIY centric. Okay, sorry. They had the first Gargano and Ciampa unsanctioned match in the main event. That show was great as well. Takeover Brooklyn 2019, the 2 out of 3 falls Gargano Adam Cole match to crown a new NXT champion after Ciampa had the neck surgery. That entire show was amazing as well. So that's 3 of them right there. I was also a big fan of the first, I think it was Takeover Dallas, where Nakamura debuted with Sami Zayn. That was also a really good one as well. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at a channel mascot over here. The Bayley versus Sasha one wasn't bad either. That's a wildly popular one as well. But that one didn't do it as much for me. And I'm not taking anything away from it, but I just didn't resonate with me as much. I have to keep thinking about a fifth one. I haven't named a fifth one. Maybe that Bayley Sasha one might actually be it. But I hope that satisfies Nico. Chris Wrestling Views, you think Bronson about to lose? Sophie thinks Carmelo going to die. Listen, if it's a straight up one-on-one, I don't like Carmelo's chances. But Bronson Reed has 5 very strong enemies right now. Granted, one of them is bleeding and being checked out by medical. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a WarGames related interference in this match that'll send Carmelo on to the next round. Nico, tell me what some of your favorite NXT takeovers have been. Seriously, let's pray for Melo's ribs. Absolutely. Send one up to the big man upstairs for the ribs of Carmelo Hayes. There's rumors going around that they filmed a female version of the WrestleMania commercial. I wouldn't hate that. I think Rhea and Io and Charlotte and maybe Stephanie Vicaire and shoot, you could absolutely do that. And Jade, probably. I wish Bianca was back. She'd be great for that commercial. It's true. There hasn't been any interference of the tournament yet. It has been a straight up clean tournament for the most part. However, one of the WarGames participants being in the tournament does make it a little suspect for me. I am curious about that. We shall see. Oh, man. Oh, man. Do you think we'll see Drew versus Nick Aldis? That would be fun. You know, Nick Aldis has been on the precipice of feuding with stars once or twice. Like he had a thing with Randy Orton for a little bit too. I feel, and I saw Mickey James, you know, he's married to Mickey James, Nick Aldis is, and she was on Chris Van Vliet's show a couple weeks ago. An episode with her dropped. I think it was that far back. And he asked her, you know, is Nick in ring shape? And she's like, yeah, he's absolutely ready to go. So, which I don't know that, I mean, there's no reason for her to get in trouble. She's not employed by WWE or anything. But I think for the right moment, I think it could be fun if they draw this Drew thing out. That would be a WrestleMania worthy match to me, to put Nick back in the ring at WrestleMania versus Drew. Because you think about that match and what it could be. And Drew also, if he's not going to win a world title anytime soon, I don't know how many feuds he can have. going into Mania, you know? So I would love to see that. I would love to see something special for Drew. If it's not going to be a title match. University of Colorado. It'd be wild if Deion Sanders was in the crowd tonight. I'm sure he's not. It's the night before a game day. But oh, Goldberg's son plays for Colorado? Wow, I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, Sophie, I did say that on Twitter. A goal I would love to have is to be on Chris Van Vliet's show. I just love a good environment where you get to talk about how much you love wrestling, and he has a great space for that. Yeah, I would absolutely want to be like him when I grow up. Oh, Ilya backstage. We don't usually see much of him backstage, feeling his pain. Tama Tonga, talking his trash. And there's Ciampa. I wish they would stop trying to get over the phrase jackass with Ciampa. Gargano has made shirts that say, "Don't call my best friend jackass." I just complained about this, but wow. Sophie, I think that we're going to get both matches. Maybe we get a triple threat even, but we're going to get both of those guys are going to get a shot. But I don't think either of them are beating Dragunov. Brooklyn 4 2018 WarGames. Okay. Take over Philadelphia. Oh, yes, Nico. Take over Philly with Adam Cole and Ricochet and Gargano and Andrade. Yeah, that was a great one. Take over Dallas. Okay. New York and New Orleans. Yeah, those are 5 solid shows there, Nico. Good call. Yeah, we only have 4 WarGames matches. I think there's one more match at Survivor Series that they can put on. Do I think the Wyatt 6 is going to cost Tama if he challenges Ilya for the U.S. title? You know, one thing that I have liked so far is there hasn't been a ton. Has there even been any since Ilya has won the U.S. title? Has there been interference in his matches, or they just been pretty much clean? I mean, I think there's room for the Wyatts to, ruin the day of the MFTs if Tama challenges him. But I don't know if introducing interference into Ilya's matches is the way to go, because they're really getting him over right now with just clean matches. So let's see. Oh, snap. Dude. All right. So I shut up there because Michael Cole just gave a very brief but poignant eulogy for Bob Caudle, who, when I was a kid, was one of the WCW/NWA ring announcers. Before Jim Ross became good old JR, he was in WCW, and Bob Caudle was one of his partners. He was an older guy. So, some of you guys may not vibe with his style, but he was really, really good. And talking about how Caudle was one of the guys who was on commentary for WarGames in '89. And anyway, that was great. Love to hear that from Michael Cole. If I was on Twitter right now instead of streaming, I'd be tweeting about that right now. Interesting, too, that Cole called Jim Ross by his name. He didn't call him good old JR. He called him Jim Ross, like his government name, which was the identity he had as a commentator before putting on the cowboy hat and speaking in sound bites. That's the thing, too. I don't know when all of you guys started watching wrestling, but I want to put over Jim Ross, too. Jim Ross was a brilliant commentator before he turned into the guy screaming, "As God is my witness, he's broken in half," and "Stone Cold, Stone Cold." All that stuff marked the voice of a generation too. But before that, he was a brilliant commentator on his own. You know how good Michael Cole is now that he doesn't have Vince McMahon screaming in his ear all the time and yelling, "It's boss time," and the big dog and all that other stuff. He's quite good when he can just be himself, and Jim Ross was like that too. And I'm not trying to take anything away from the Attitude Era Jim Ross, because that was good in a different way too. But Jim Ross has always had the chops. Woo! Carmelo flying around, reverse that power bomb into a DDT. I feel like Hayes and Bronson Reed could have really good chemistry in the ring. Oh man, springboard reverse DDT. Big drop kick from Hayes knocks Bronson Reed off the apron. What got me out of Watch of Wrestling in the first place? Okay, the vision's down here now to rally around Bronson Reed. I got out of wrestling for a little while. A lot of it was just because I moved, and I moved to a different state, and I didn't have cable, and I wasn't able to watch wrestling, so I had to follow it like on dirt sheet websites and social media. So I just couldn't watch it a whole lot. But once I got into a different, housing situation and stuff, I was able to start watching again, and then I'd watch on the WWE Network. My brother shared a subscription with me to WWE Network, so I was still able to watch the shows. That's when I got into NXT. And then we just we were able to get cable at the place I was at. And so that's when we started having TV and stuff. So. Wow. FU Logan chants from the crowd. There's also a 6-7 sign in the crowd. Wow. I've never seen, it's been a long time since I've seen a phrase get over like 6-7. So weird. Rickardy, welcome, my friend. Oh yeah, NXT Game Show Edition. That was not a lot of fun. But it did produce the Nexus. The first season anyway, the first couple of seasons. Oh yeah, this is just in between commercial stuff. Yes, Nico, I was so happy they brought back Gunther's theme song. I was actually commenting on that a few days before Raw, and I said almost verbatim, like, I wish I could hear this song in front of a big crowd that was rabid to see good wrestling. And lo and behold, Monday night, Madison Square Garden, they bring Gunther back. And like that, Rock notwithstanding, we can't escape the Rock without using this phrase now. But that is some real final boss music, is Gunther's unadulterated theme, Symphony No. 9 from Dvorak, or I can't remember the composer's name. But yeah, just beautiful stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of companies, Sophie, who are interested in Warner Brothers, which doesn't sound good. I don't know how all the business workings will work on all that, but certainly doesn't seem like a good time for AEW. Let's go Mellow chants from the crowd, just so you guys know. So yeah. Great theme. Modfather. Yeah, there you go. That's why I loved SmackDown growing up, because you didn't need cable to watch it. Just my opinion, SmackDown had the better roster back in the day. Let me tell you something, Modfather, about SmackDown. SmackDown, when they did the brand split, yeah, I think SmackDown did have the better roster. And it took me, so you guys, some of y'all know this, some of y'all don't. So I have 4 children, and they're all adopted. They were all born in Uganda. So, white dad, black kids. And they all know that I'm a huge wrestling fan. Like, they get a kick out of all this. Some of you have met one of my kids already. She did a stream with me back in the early days of the channel. I tried and tried to kind of get them to watch with me. My daughters fell in love with Bianca and her whole story when she was on the rise. So they watched that WrestleMania with me when her and Sasha main evented, a very special time for us. They were also really into Kofi Mania and stuff too. So like that whole lead up was a lot of fun too. And let me tell you, I finally got them on board to watch with me when Smackdown went to Fox and they had Brock beat Kofi in 3 seconds. And that did more to just wipe my kids out from wrestling than anything. I'll never forgive them for that match. Never. And like, I knew going into that match, I'm like, Kofi's not winning this match. He's not beating Brock. But I was at least hoping, I'm like, they had all this goodwill to make Kofi a good champion. They gave him a run through the summer and all that stuff. And I'm like, fine, Kofi's going to lose to Brock. I know it's going to happen, but like, make it competitive, show everybody that he has come a long way. No, one jump into the F5 and that was it. And like, screw Brock, screw Vince, screw it all. Like, I'm so mad. But, oh, look out. Logan Paul just tripped up Carmelo Hayes. I don't think the refs saw it. I can't believe they're using the numbers game. I mean, I don't like that. And remember Sunday Night Heat. Oh, yeah, the good days. Oh, yeah. Kofi and Big E, man. It was just great. Ridiculous. The Cruiserweight roster on SmackDown was it was so good back in the day. I was so happy that Ultimo Dragon came to WWE for a while. I was disappointed that they didn't do more with him, really. They got to do something for neutralizing the Vision here. Okay. Crucifix reversal, man. Mello almost stole it from Bronson. Yeah, I remember when they rebooted the Cruiserweight division on Raw. Those were dark days, the Enzo Amore days. Boom, springboard clothesline. All right, Carmelo's getting fired up and the crowd's behind him. Kick from Melo. Oh, springboard reverse leg drop off the second rope. Reed is still, just gets DDT'd into the apron. Melo's now working the crowd. Yeah, 205 Live was a great show. Nobody watched it, though. Frog splash from Melo. It's a shame that nobody watched 205 Live because it was a great show. And they also recorded it. They taped it after Raw. So the crowd was tired after that, which was bad news. I was always saying back in the day, instead of Raw being 3 hours, Raw should have been 2 hours. And the 205 Live could have just been the first hour of Raw or the last hour of Raw. But yeah, I remember Velocity and Sunday Night Heat. Nico, I saw your question. I just need time to think about it. Uh-oh. Bronson's caught him. Oh, world's strongest slam. And then a senton. I'm afraid Carmelo's time has come to an end. Coming up for the tsunami. Oh, he missed the tsunami. Come on, Melo. Come on, Melo. Prove it. First 48, code breaker from Melo, but now Reed is on the outside. Win a count out. Yeah, Corey Graves is right. A count out still means you advance, Melo. No, Melo, don't do it. Somersault dive to the outside, takes out the whole Vision. But you got to get Reed back up, man. He's too big. He's using everything he's got just to lift Bronson Reed up and push him back in the ring. Now Melo going up. Are they going to have? They're not going to have him beat Bronson Reed clean, surely. Oh, whoa! Diving DDT from Melo. Only 2.9. Melo's making a strong effort of it. Bite this, yeah. Man, Melo's laying it all out there, man. You can tell he's getting a little frustrated. Come on, Melo. Oh, dives over Bronson Reed. And he was too far away. It didn't look great. I mean, Bronson Reed murdered him with a clothesline, but Melo just ran right into it, though. Oh, gosh. No. Braun Breaker's about to spear him into the next life. Move, Melo, move. Oh, Usos are here. Yep, it's an interference fest. The Usos are in the house. And now Jimmy's got Logan and Jay's got Braun. So we still one-on-one. Come on, Melo. Oh, Bronson Reed just threw Melo off the ring apron onto the announce table. And Bronson Reed's back up. Paul Heyman is distracting the ref. I wish Roman would actually show up. Cody's here. Cody's here. Post Bronson. Crossroads on the outside. He's helping Melo. He just threw Melo into the ring and he's bouncing. He's going to get a count out win. He's going to get a count out win. 2, 3. Reed ain't moving. 4, 5, 6. Reed's moving. 7, 8, 9. Reed can't do it. Melo wins, baby. I'll take it. Melo advances. Let's go. Crowd is psyched too. All right. He didn't pin him, but that's okay. He didn't have to. Cody and the Usos even the odds. Oh, Cody's on the mic now, standing on the announce table. Woo! Cody's cutting a promo. Woo! Come on. He just told Heyman, you want to talk? All your boys, every time you build them, I beat them. Let's go. Great promo by Cody. He said, WarGames isn't a match, it's my damn birthright, which is true. Dusty invented WarGames. Woo! He said, Bronson Reed, you're the smartest one of the bunch, but you're not going to figure out till you're looking at the lights. Braun Breaker, I need to remind you, a Rhodes is always better than a Steiner. And Brock Lesnar, the last guy to beat you was me, and I did it twice. Come on. Truth bombs left and right. Okay. Julia's still here. She hasn't disappeared. Chelsea's getting her title celebration tonight, huh? Oh, there's Jade. I like this version of Jade too. She just got hands for anybody. Not heel, not face, just that, you know what. So I'm here for it. Yeah, so that is great. Melo moves on to the tournament. Cody cut a heck of a promo. That's the Cody I like to see. Yeah. Oh, he said, Drew, I'm not finished with you after all. That was the one thing he said too. Okay, so we're getting Fraxiom and DIY now, I believe. Yeah, here comes Fraxiom. Fraxiom has got one of the most Def Rebel theme songs I've ever heard. I'm so uninterested. Is Cody the only person that's not lost to Brock? Yeah, Justin, I think that's true. Goldberg's the only other person who comes close, and he did beat Goldberg. He beat Goldberg once, and it was the last time they wrestled each other. But Goldberg beat him, I think, at WrestleMania 20. Or did he lose at WrestleMania 20? I kind of blocked that match out of my mind. And he's beat Roman before. I mean, he and Roman have traded wins. But Cody, he has never beat Cody, at least not American Nightmare Cody. I'm not sure if they ever crossed paths when he was there. Who else has Brock faced? Yeah, I don't think there's anybody that Brock has faced that he hasn't beaten. Did he? I'm not sure that he ever beat Drew McIntyre one-on-one either. Actually, now that I think about it, because that was right at pandemic time when Drew beat Brock for the title after the 2020 WrestleMania, and Brock went away for that, and I don't think they've ever been one-on-one ever since. He eliminated Drew from a Royal Rumble in 2022 because they were the final two, but I don't think he's ever beaten Drew McIntyre. So Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes, how interesting. The only two guys I think that maybe haven't taken an L to Brock Lesnar. Very interesting. Well, we know that The Undertaker lost to Brock. And I'm pretty sure Seth has lost to Brock before too. He because Brock cashed in Money in the Bank on him. Brock in the Bank. The Boom Brocks. Anyway, Nico, you had asked my favorite WWF PLE pay-per-views, whatever, of all time. Oh yeah, Brock beat Bobby too, in very unsatisfying fashion too. I think I might add, because I was looking forward to that at One Mania. We didn't even get that. I think that's when they pivoted and did Brock and Omos. But anyway, top 5 WWE, WWF pay-per-views. Again, off the dome, so I'm not ranking them, but I'll give you my 5 favorites. WrestleMania 3, absolutely is one. The 1992 Royal Rumble is another favorite of mine as well. Let's see what other manias. Those are 2 right out of the box. SummerSlam, I think 1991. I want to say is either 1990 or 1991. I think it was 91. Might be one of my favorite SummerSlams. Actually, 02 SummerSlam was really good too. SummerSlam 02 is a really good one. Let's see. I was a sucker for WrestleMania 20. even though that's not really in fashion anymore. Royal Rumble 2020 was really fun too. I liked the story in the men's Royal Rumble match a lot. And honestly, WrestleMania 40, I thought was really good both nights. Once building all the way to the end, the last part of that Cody and Roman match, man, just really great stuff. Top 5 best storylines in the past 30 years. Woo! 30 years. Okay, so that goes from 95 on. So pretty much Attitude Era up until now. Okay, let's think about it. Yes Movement is one for me. Kofi Mania was one for me as well. Let's see. Honestly, the Bloodline story is a third one. That's a recent one, but really good. I mean, Austin McMahon. I mean, I feel like I have to do that one. The heel Heart Foundation wasn't a bad angle either. I hate that it ended in the Montreal Screwjob basically, but it was a good story. What else was good stories back in those days? The TLC stories were good too. Oh, that's right. We're getting the Survivor Series match next week. Coalition has trademarked Sami Zayn. Sorry. Just kidding. That's a good question, Justin. This could have easily slid in, but I'll tell you why, Justin, is because of Triple H's booking. Triple H's booking, when you have a PLE week, he wants Raw and SmackDown. Oh yeah, it's next Friday. He always wants every show that week to be special. So they're throwing SmackDown a bone by having this match. King of Strong Style. Y'all, I didn't think about this. Penta and Rey Fenix are in the same building tonight. I wonder if they'll give us anything there. All right, Sammy's got some fire. Oh, the old Survivor Series logo. Oh, my heart. I love it. I love it. That's so great. I'm so glad they're using the old logo. Telling y'all, though, we get Penta versus Finn Balor tonight. If JD McDonough recovers enough to try to interfere on Finn's behalf, could we see Rey Fenix help Penta? I might scream. We'll see if it happens. Because up until now, Penta and Rey haven't really been in the same building ever. Oh, we're getting the No One Will Survive entrance for Ciampa. I love that. Man. Part of me hates that Gargano is a heel because that means we won't have Rebel Heart. Oh, we are getting Rebel Heart. Let's go. It doesn't work for him as a heel, but I love that song. Okay. Dude, let's go. Do you believe Def Rebel is slowly dying, everybody? Come on. Oh, man. Rebel Heart just does it for me. That's one of my favorite like WWE original theme songs. not counting like real songs, like Gunther or Kingdom, whatever. I'm not worried about crickets, Sophie. They did the same thing. Ooh, sorry. They did the same thing with Ilya and JD at the beginning of the match, but good wrestling does get respected by this crowd. So they'll get there. Ooh. Yeah, the crowd's already stirring a little bit. See? Crowd's already getting back into it. It's okay. Suicide dive from Frazier, and now one from Axiom. Love to see it. Goodness gracious. Yes, DIY's music, both their tag team music, which was called Chrome Hearts, and then No One Will Survive, which is Ciampa's music, and Rebel Heart, which was Gargano's, all were made by CFOs. Sorry, I need to send a quick message, guys. I don't think Ray and Penta did any AAA. Well, I mean, I don't think they did any AAA shows before WWE. I mean, sorry, I'm saying this all wrong. Ray and Penta have not been on any AAA shows since WWE bought them. I do think they did. I think they might have done some. They did do some AAA shows before the purchase. A and B combos in the house. I agree. A and B. I have a strong affection for Rebel Heart, but it's not heel music in the slightest. Like that music belongs with Ricky Morton or Ricky the Dragon Steamboat or Sting. Like it's just pure babyface music. So Gargano needs to be a babyface if he's going to use that. DIY. I don't like this jackass t-shirt stuff they're doing with DIY. They need to have them be like, they need to have Gargano go back to being like a good guy, Sami Zayn style babyface, and let Ciampa be an Ilya Dragunov style babyface, because that's what worked with them as a team in NXT. And then they could actually use their music. But Rebel Heart is totally incongruent with being a heel. So either put it on the back burner until Gargano turns face, or turn him face and crank up the noise. Because I love that music. And honestly, you make a good point about that music as well, because they had another theme before each of them individually got it. It's actually a song called Chrome Hearts, which CFOs did, which musically sounds a little bit like Rebel Heart, but it's got more edge to it, and there's no vocals. So that could still work with them as heels if they wanted to. But you're just asking the crowd to cheer Gargano playing that music, which is fine if you want him to be a babyface, because Gargano is a good babyface, and Ciampa is a good kind of babyface, but he can also be a good heel. He can do both. Gargano is a goofy heel, and Rebel Heart doesn't suit him if he's being heel. But yeah, but I love Rebel Heart so much, I'd rather them be babyfaces, just so we get to hear it every week. Yeah, a lot of stars are fighting for their old music, which I'm glad they are. I'm glad Gunther got his music back. Glad AJ Styles, when he returned months ago, came back with his old music. We need more of that, because we didn't realize what we had with CFOs until Def Rebel came and screwed almost everything up. They've had a couple of good songs. They're not all bad, but a lot of them are. Woo! They're picking up the face. Listen, they're oohing and ahhing in Denver. Gunther's theme wasn't bad, but it was a downgrade. That was the thing. Gunther's theme. Some people, when it came to Def Rebel, I don't think anybody had an upgrade. There are people who debuted on the roster with a Def Rebel theme that was good, but at best it was like a lateral move. Gunther's Def Rebel theme wasn't bad, but it wasn't even close to the goodness of his original theme. Oh, Shatter Machine from DIY. Can Frazier kick out? Woo, only 2. Oh man, I would love Sheamus to get his old theme back too. It's become kind of a cult classic among wrestling fans. That was a CFO theme too. I think it was a CFO theme. Or no, it wasn't a Jim Johnston theme. I don't know. I don't remember. I know it wasn't Def Rebel though. Yeah, Justin. DIY is a bit like Sammy and Kevin. That's actually a pretty good that's a pretty good comparison. Sorry, y'all got to sneeze. Sorry, guys. Well, listen, we've only got about a half hour left in the show, and tonight has flown by. I don't know what you guys think. Angel's Wings with a super kick, and what a springboard interruption. The Phenomenal Dragons. I don't think that's bad. I was partial to just calling them AJ Lee, but I've been informed that name's already taken on the roster apparently, but it's okay. Phenomenal Dragons is pretty cool though. There have been far worse names. All right, here comes Axiom doing the top rope Spanish fly. Top rope Spanish fly might be my least favorite move. One of my least favorite moves in pro wrestling. When you're in the air, it looks cool, but the amount of time it takes for you to set it up. Woo! Frazier, check his back. Jeez. Oh, there we go. Oh, snap. Candace pulled off Axiom's mask. 3 DIY steals it. There you go, Candace. Get involved. And they're playing Rebel Heart. Come on. Great finish. Way to get in the game, Candace. I hope you're still with us, man. You've been calling for that kind of action for months. You've been calling for that all year long, if I recall. Well, we're in November, and Candace got her hands dirty. Love it. Love it. And the crowd ate it up, man. And they still have his mask. So Axiom's got a towel over his face. Bro, what if Johnny starts wearing that mask? Because prickish heel Johnny Gargano would do that. Oh, here we are. Cinematic stare down. Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley looking like Al Pacino and De Niro in Heat in the diner. Okay, shh. Everybody shut up. Rhea Ripley's like, I will not hesitate. I will put you down. No, I'm just kidding. Charlotte, you're going to kiss her? Okay, so Rio is basically saying, we've had our fights in the past, and it is what it is, but you asked me who I want to go to war with. I'd want to go to war with Charlotte Flair. And Charlotte's like, okay. There really wasn't much to that promo. It was a lot more aura than it was content, but WWE does that nowadays. But it was no Cody and Roman meeting on the Georgia Tech 50-yard line. But that's okay. All right. So A says, yes, this music does not work for them. I got to say, Rebel Heart is disrespectful to Rebel Heart to attach that music to a heel. I mean, it's like smacking Miss Elizabeth in front of the Macho Man. How dare you, Jake the Snake? How dare you take Rebel Heart and attach it to a heel? But yes, Johnny Gargano did do heel work before Sophie. He had the way with Dexter Lumis, Indy Hartwell, and Austin Theory back in NXT. And Gargano can be a good heel. He absolutely can. But he didn't use Rebel Heart when he was doing the way. He had a whole different theme. Yeah. Either turn Johnny face or keep Rebel Heart on the crock pot until it's time to do it. Don't disrespect what arguably might be one of the best themes of the past 10 years.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, y'all.
All right. Here comes Finn Balor. And he is coming out alone. Sounds like Skrillex got a hold of Samoa Joe's old WWE theme. Yeah. The beginning part of the Rhea and Charlotte promo. Honestly, I want to say this because I've been nice to her for most of the year, Charlotte. She deserved a second chance. She got a bad rap at the beginning of the year. She really came back and is having a great year with Alexa. She didn't hold up her end of the bargain of that promo. Rhea carried that segment. Rhea carried that segment, and Charlotte was just kind of there. I didn't totally buy Charlotte not trusting her. Charlotte has had some real loyalty whiplash in the past 7 days. Because it was 7 days ago, she walked out on the team. Monday, she came in to help. And here she is again, and now she's back on. It's like a very condensed, fast-forwarded drama in that team. And I don't love that. So I guess that means the women's babyface team is going to be Alexa and Charlotte, Rhea and Io, and probably AJ Lee. Yeah. Versus, let me see if I can do these counts on my hands. Nia and Lash, Kabuki Warriors. It's got to be Becky Lynch, right? I mean, maybe we'll find that out on Monday. But yeah, Sophie. I thought using Alter Bridge for the Judgment Day, even though the Judgment Day has been on multiple iterations, and that was really more of the Damian Priest era of Judgment Day. I thought that worked fine for them as a theme, and I hate that they got a redo. It's like when they brought in Def Rebel, they're like, okay, Def Rebel, just remake everybody's songs, whether they need it or not. I'm not going to say the only, but the ones that stick out the most to me that I thought Def Rebel did well, that are like original compositions of Def Rebel, because Def Rebel like remixed the Usos. I think Jimmy Usos was good. LA Knights is good. I was going to say Io Sky, but I think Io Sky's is just a remix of her CFO's theme. So I'm not going to count that one. But yeah. Oh, so Hank and Tank lost the Noah tag titles already? Man, I hate to see that. Okay, so do I think Hank and Tank should be heels? No, no. In NXT, you've already got Dark State pretty much as the heels, who suck. Don't get me wrong. We don't care for Dark State here at Mark Bear Wrestling, especially not since NXT dropped the opportunity this past Tuesday on Gold Rush to put the tag belts on Leon Slater and Javon Evans. Javon can't catch a belt to save his life, man. We don't need another heel team because Dark State's pretty much dominating everything. So anyway, yeah. So we will be doing round 2 of NXT Gold Rush. Was spoiler free, by the way. So don't look up spoilers and don't bring spoilers into the chat. I'll ban you. We don't do spoilers here. Since it's already taped, we'll just we'll pause the show because I watch it through Netflix. So I'll pause the show on commercial breaks. So it's a very interactive time for those episodes of NXT because it'll just go live once it hits 5 o'clock or 8 o'clock where you are on the East Coast. So we'll make it do what it do. But yeah, first week of Gold Rush was a lot of fun. Big shocker. JC Jane is once again NXT Women's Champion, which is absolutely nuts. But we now have a brewing feud between JC Jane and Tatum not JC Jane, Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley. So yeah. Anyway, SmackDown next week going to be taped too. Okay, so yeah, getting all this stuff in the bag. So we'll have to see what we got here and figure out that stream. SD Jones. Corey Graves name dropping SD Jones. It's in 2025. What a year. All right. Cero Miedo. Here comes Penta. Good call, J.R. Dugan. Yeah, any mods in the chat. If you see any spoilers in the next week during our broadcast, just knock them out. Like we don't play that here. It's antithetical to the purpose of this channel. We like to experience wrestling as it's happening for us in the moment. Yeah, that is funny. This is purely a Raw match. It's a little weird that it's on SmackDown. All right. Tell you what, man, Penta has got the crowd in the palm of his hand, dude. That's right. That's right, Mod Father. You tell him what's what. Tell him what's good. What's good is you getting out of this chat if you spoil stuff for our people. In Thanksgiving week of all times. Dude, Penta has got such a invested. Oh, Balor tries to get the jump on him, but it don't work. You're right, Sophie. We have not gotten an update on Sheamus yet, but maybe after this match, we'll figure that out. Because they said that on their social media page, they would give us more information tonight. $30 years for everybody loves Raymond. Oh my gosh. Oh, when it debuted. I was thinking 30 years like since the finale. I was like, surely not. Wow. That's crazy. What an enduring show though, man. The show was on forever. It's a funny show too. Really great comedic actors on that show. All right. My father's got a question for the chat. We're going to put it on the screen. It's Thanksgiving week. What is everybody's favorite Thanksgiving dish or food? It can be appetizer. It can be main course. It can be desserts. I already know Modfather's favorite dish is yams because I've been knowing him all year. Tell me when I'm wrong, Modfather. You know what I'm saying. I got to tell you, my wife makes the most incredible mac and cheese dish, which might sound a little basic to some of y'all, but I'm telling you, it ain't no box. She takes 5 different cheeses and puts it in there. The cheese is baked. It's fantastic. It would be welcome at any cookout. It is a great unifier of people, her cooking. And so I'm all about the mac and cheese, but honestly, I love the whole Thanksgiving spread, man. Turkey, potatoes. Oh yeah, man. There it is. I knew I was right. All right. And no, legit on the dinner table, I love me some yams as well. So sweet potatoes. Love the pumpkin pie. Well, sweet potato pie. Shoot. Pecan pie or pecan pie, depending on where you are in the South. Do I eat Thanksgiving dinner early or later in the day? I tend to eat it at dinner, I think. So growing up, it was a lunch in my family with my grandparents and aunts and cousins and stuff. You would watch some football a little early in the day, have it kind of a little bit of a late lunch, like a 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, maybe. And then you would eat and you watch some more football and nap. And it was a good time being a kid. Nowadays, yeah, we usually have it for dinner and we just like snack and watch football as food's being prepared throughout the day. So it's like a big tailgate in the house all day long. Late lunch. That's a good call. Dressing, stuffing. Okay. I feel you, Modfather. Okay. You used both words, Modfather. Destroyer gets reversed. Modfather, you used both words. You said dressing / stuffing. Which word do you actually use, though? I ain't going to judge you. I just want to know because there are stuffing people and there are dressing people. I'm just curious what word you use. Because I don't even think there was a unified answer in my family. I had certain people say one, some people say the other. I tend to think of my mind goes to stuffing when we're talking about Thanksgiving. Because when I think dressing, I think like salad dressing, you know. But I don't gatekeep that term though. Indian taco and fried bread with mashed potato, ground bison meat. Dang, Justin, that sounds delicious. That's fantastic. I need some good bread too, man. A good roll, a well done roll. Not a well done roll like burnt or nothing, but like a well properly baked roll. It's good Thanksgiving food too. Good beans, man. Good green beans. Yeah, but yeah, well done, well executed mashed potatoes as well is always great. What a year it's been, man. We only a month away from locking out 2025. It's crazy. It's been a crazy, crazy year for sure. Keep your Thanksgiving recommendations coming, though. I'd love to hear it. How many of y'all are parade people? You say dress me. I try to get canceled. No canceling here, my father. Don't worry. No, we don't cancel over food takes. At least I haven't met anybody in my year of doing this channel that can get canceled over a food take just yet. The key to not getting canceled in this channel is making room for other opinions and giving the same respect to other opinions as you want for your own. And we can do that here. Man, well, like Counting Crows said in A Long December, maybe this year will be better than the last. I sing that at the end of every year. And, you know, a lot of our years are hard, but you know what? Where I come from, you know, they say the Lord's mercy is new every morning. So, you know, each new day is a new chance to get through it and to make today a little bit better than yesterday. So just don't give up, you guys, on hard years, because the difficulty you face this year will make you strong enough to face any other year that you face. And not every year is harder than the next. Some years get a little easier. But we got each other. And Balor got a kick in the face. So at least we got that going for us. Crowd's here for Penta, by the way. I mean, swept the leg, and Balor just went face first into the middle turnbuckle. Great dance partners here, Penta and Finn Balor. I'm sorry to hear that, Sophie. I lost my mom a couple of years ago as well. It's been 3 years now since September. You know, I lost my dad when I was in my early 20s. But that's hard stuff. It's never easy to have to deal with any of that. Tyrell, and I don't, is making Sol Ruka as the next Jey Uso after giving her a title due to injury and on the way to get back. Oh, you think they're giving her? You think they're giving her the Jey Uso treatment? Interesting. Where there's like a $3 bill, where there's like a penny, come pretty soon, man. We're getting rid of pennies out here, which is wild. Yeah, man. My wife and my sister-in-law and some of my kids, they all contribute to the cooking. I'm usually the one who goes and go gets a propane tank for the gas, you know, turns on the grills, make sure things are cleaned off, you know, whatever, entertain the guests, make sure the right football game's on TV, all that kind of stuff. Just available for help. But the kitchen is not my domain. Tilt-A-Whirl backbreaker from Penta. Ooh, Muscle Buster coming? Ooh. We haven't seen a peep from JD McDonough in this match. So I guess we're just going to get a clean, you know, one-on-one issue here. Uh-oh. Penta looking to break the arm. We about to get a destroyer? Oh, Penta driver coming up, but at reversal, roll up. Only two. Sling Blade. I'd be curious to know what Finn Balor's win-loss record was in 2025, because this man, I'm sure he's getting paid handsomely, but I can't remember the last time I saw him win a one-on-one match. But he's going up for the coup de grace. Nope. Nobody home. He didn't even roll through, though. He's going for a Penta driver again this time, and he got him. No destroyer. Oh, okay. Nope. Just two. I agree with you, Chris. Wrestling Views. Penta's got to take this one, I think. I'm curious after this match if they will show us what the actual brackets are, because they haven't actually given us any tournament brackets at all. They just announced what the matches are. Do you think the winner of this match faces Jey Uso? Oh, Destroyer. That's that. Penta moves on. It's textbook. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Penta. Cero miedo. Dude, I love Penta. Penta is such a fixture of WWE programming. I'm looking at all these figures I have around my table here. My Demolition, my Legion of Doom, my Ultimate Warrior, my who else? The Dragon, Ricky Steamboat. These sort of okay. Quarterfinals are complete. They set our quarterfinals are set. Oh, now we're going to see a bracket. Now I'm complaining. All right, let's take a look. All right, so we're getting Solo and Penta, Gunther and Carmelo. LA Knight is getting another mystery opponent, and then Jey Uso and Rusev. Yeah, do that Penta strut, Modfather. Okay. So Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis are meeting to determine who faces LA Knight and replaces Sheamus. I'm telling you right now, the left side of the bracket looks like it should be LA Knight versus Jey Uso, depending on who this person is. Right side of the bracket, got to be Gunther. Oh no. Don't give us Gunther versus Jey Uso again. Please, baby Jesus, baby wrestling Jesus, do not give us Gunther versus Jey Uso for the right to face John Cena. I cannot abide by that. It's not something I want to see. And the only thing that I will get a kick out of, though, is the inevitable internet crash out that will happen if that ends up being the match to determine who Cena's last opponent is. Sophie, it could be a TNA star. It could be Joe Hendry. You know, we didn't see Joe Hendry. And who else in TNA? Somebody there were also rumors like, what if it could have been Jeff Hardy? Because we already got Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler, and we got Zack Ryder making their cameos, but nobody else. Okay, here's the ladies' War Games. Okay, so they're really going to make the main event segment revealing it's got to be AJ Lee. Like, this is the worst kept secret. I can't believe they're dedicating the main event segment to this. And it's not because I'm hating on the women. I'm not at all. They totally teased it on Monday. So why are we waiting till the very last segment here on Friday for that? That's true. It could be an NXT. Okay. The only person I would be legitimately excited about coming in to face LA Knight and not wanting LA Knight to win is if it's Obafemi. And the thing is, it's not going to be Obafemi. I can't see it being Obafemi because I think we're getting Oba and Ricky. The Rikishi interview, Dawsey. Oh, you are not. Look at what they massacred my boy. Look at what they did to my boy. Could it be Mike Santana? That's not gonna. I mean, yeah. At this point, I know they've kind of booked themselves into a corner, right? Like, well, they didn't do it. Sheamus got hurt, but that bracket, when I see it now, really looked like we could have gotten a Sheamus Gunther final, though, and I personally would have loved to have seen that. And let's talk about the agenda. I said pour one out for the agenda at the beginning of the show when we were informed that Sheamus wasn't going to be a part of this tournament anymore. Looking at the way those brackets are set up, Sheamus getting a win back over Gunther to face Cena, and then Sheamus winning the Intercontinental title from Cena in his last match would have been an absolute banger. And even if it had to be Gunther instead, getting one more Gunther Sheamus match for the right with the stakes of facing John Cena in his last match would have been great. Oh my gosh, Jay and Gunther. Yeah, so well, you already had. No, Jay was facing Braun Breaker because it was Sami Zayn who beat Gunther for the Intercontinental title. Breaker beat Sami. Jay beat. Okay. Yeah, so you already had multiple Jay Gunther matches because he lost to Gunther 2 or 3 times before WrestleMania, right? And then he beats him for the title, and then he also loses the title back to him after what, a month, 28 days. So, yeah, I've had my fill of a Jay Gunther feud. I don't need it anymore. I don't. So Jey Uso can lose to Rusev for all I care. I don't need Jay in this tournament at all, to be honest. Let Jay keep doing his Jay story. Let him focus on WarGames. Penta Gunther. Well, Justin, Penta and Gunther are on the same side of the bracket. So I think we might get Penta and Gunther in the semifinals because you've got Penta and Solo and Gunther and Melo right here. So it's either going to be, Penta versus Gunther, Penta versus Melo, Solo versus Gunther, dear Lord, no, or Solo versus Melo. Which I don't want Solo to win because I don't think he's a good matchup for either Gunther or Melo. So yeah, Gunther. I think Gunther Penta is the right call there. And then on the left side, kind of wide open because we don't know who LA Knight's going to face. And then we also don't know, Jay versus Rusev, who that's going to be. So we'll see. It's nothing like listening to War Pigs and standing on the beach pier staring at the sunset. What a weird photo to pair with this music. I love the song and I love the picture, but that doesn't really, just because two good things doesn't mean they go together. We learned that with Johnny Gargano tonight and Rebel Heart. So, all right, guys, here comes the Queen from the Queen City, Charlotte. Woo, Flair. Are we getting a one by one entrance? Here comes Alexa Bliss. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, she stopped carrying Lily with her to the ring. So she's just old school Alexa now. Okay, little hand hearts for Charlotte and Alexa. And here comes the genius of the sky, Io Sky. That's true. I haven't heard much complaining out of Rikishi lately. And there's Io. Man, I love Io. Telling you, man, you hear that pop for Rhea Ripley. She is not a top women's star. She is a top star in the company, period. She is CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Roman. She's right along with the rest of them. Io's so cute. She did a little hop when they stomp, when Rhea did her stomp on the ground. I kind of like Rhea and Io being besties. It's pretty cute. I feel that, George. I mean, honestly, it would be a demotion for Rhea and Io to be women's tag champs the way the tag champion titles are booked, but I would be 100% for it though, because they just have. It's funny. It's like I'm not throwing shade on Charlotte and Alexa, right? But I feel like Rhea and Io have like effortlessly executed what they're trying to do with Charlotte and Alexa. Of like they were bitter rivals, because remind you, Rhea still hasn't beaten Io Sky one-on-one to this day. To this day, she still hasn't. And yet now they're in this whatever a girl version of a bromance is. They're paired up, they're fond of each other, and like, you know, they're on good terms. And the crowd loves them both, and they're both crazy over. I mean, Alexa and Charlotte are both over too. I don't want to pretend like they're not, but neither of them are over to the level Rhea is. And Io has shot up so far. It's crazy. I thought Bailey was from San Francisco, not San Diego. Am I wrong about that? Hey, Winter. Come on. Sorry, I've got the kitty is here again. What would the tag team name be? I don't know. Okay. Hello. All right. Time to start purring. Cat. There we go. Fix your nose out of my lap. All right. Rhea says she wants to make sure she's going into war with the right people. Mommy in the sky. I'm for it. Aw. I got to tell you, it's another credit to how massively over Rhea is that if any other wrestler was cutting the promo she was cutting right now, she would be getting the what treatment. Because I'm not bagging on Rhea, excuse me, but there's nothing special about what she's saying right now. And like Alexa got whatted on Monday night, which was so wrong. That shouldn't have. But they are eating out of Rhea's hand right now. She's just a superstar. Yeah, I think. All right. So Rhea is teasing member number 5. Okay, she's introducing member number 5. And there it is. Massive pop for AJ Lee. Wow. AJ's second match back, and she's going to be in WarGames. Oh, and here come the heels. Dropping them. And AJ's like, uh-oh. So AJ's coming. Oh, and there's the man. There's Becky Lynch. Sports Illustrated tried to tell you guys, but you wouldn't listen. And Becky didn't waste any time. Oh, man. Dude, Lash Legend is laying in the hits every single week. She's hitting like the female Ilya Dragunov, dude. She's just straight up dropping ladies. Absolutely crazy. Thank you so much. My goodness gracious. Modfather, are you here for this? Here we go. Nia just annihilated all over Rhea Ripley. Brutal. Brutal work here. And the heels are just standing tall. And now here comes Becky Lynch. Becky and Asuka shaking hands. Listen, long-term booking, okay? Becky and Asuka are like the dark side of Rhea and Io, because Becky always struggled with Asuka as well. And Io at the same time always seemed to have, well, basically these ladies from Japan always seem to have these other ladies' numbers. Justin, Saturday night's main event is December the 13th, I believe. I do believe it's the 13th. It is, yes. Sorry, give me just a second here, guys. Okay, so yeah. I mean, so Becky and Asuka have had their differences and then their alliances, over the course of their careers, right? But they've been rivals, just like Rhea and Io have been rivals. So I think that's kind of interesting to see that this cat thinks this microphone is something to rub his head up against. Sorry. So yeah, interesting. So I don't know what you guys thought about Smackdown tonight. Leave me your ratings in the comments. What did you guys think? Are you guys looking forward to? It is, as I have a cat here, continuing to try to rub up against my microphone here. 8.5 from George. Really it went by fast. It was a fast show. It was a well-booked show. Denver was a good crowd. 10 out of 10 from Sophie. Okay. Ilya and JD McDonough absolutely killed it. They had a great match. DIY and Fraxiom had a great back and forth. They brought the crowd in as well. Penta moves on. We finally got a bracket for the Cena tournament, and our WarGames teams are now set. 5-on-5 for both matches. Oh, and Cody cut a heck of a promo tonight as well. So, and we saw Melo move on in the tournament. Now he's got Gunther waiting for him, but nevertheless, a great time all around. Thank you guys for joining me, by the way. We are working our way up each and every week. And so we are, just so you know, if you want to support the channel, while I'm climbing to Super Chat status, we are in the home stretch. We are in our last third of our milestone to try to get to our viewing hours before we can start opening up memberships and Super Chats officially. So if you want to support the channel in the meantime, you can do so there. And we're happy to have you. So I will be with you guys again, definitely on Tuesday for week 2 of NXT's Gold Rush, as we do every single week. And I'm going to look for opportunities to maybe do Raw on Monday as well and continue to go live. We're going to have WarGames next week. We're going to have all that good stuff. And we'll have Saturday night's main event as well. But yeah, we'll have more lives coming. AJ and I are also going to have a chat about the Star Wars saga very soon. So nevertheless, just let me know when we are when you're around, and I will let you know when I'm around. Just if you haven't liked the video, please like the video before we head out tonight, and subscribe. Any fans of any members of A&B Convos family who haven't joined the Mark by Wrestling family, please subscribe. We'd love to have you here as well. We have a lot of fun here, and I'm still owe you guys some 2K videos as well. So I'm looking to do that again very soon. So thank you guys so much for being here. Justin, I hope you have a great weekend too. Yeah, man, my Bulldogs, they have an easy week this week. They're not playing the most difficult opponent, but after Thanksgiving, they'll close out their season with the in-state rival Georgia Tech. So yeah, we'll be looking for that for sure. that'll be, you know, and then we'll have Survivor Series the next day. So it'll be a lot of fun. But wrestling is life. There you go, Boomer Sooner. Justin, I'm with you, dude. Good luck to Oklahoma to round out that season well. SEC dominance, you love to see it. So thank you all for being here tonight and hopping on with me. I will see you guys soon. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you'll know when I'm coming on again, because some of my stuff is a little less routinely scheduled. And so you can get that notification whenever I'm coming on for live streams and for watch-alongs. So love you guys. Thank you for being such a wonderful community to chat with tonight. Big fan of you guys, and I hope you guys are fans. Stay fans of wrestling. Keep enjoying wrestling. Keep watching it and remembering what you love about it. And we can always remember the things we love about wrestling each and every week when we get together. So if you're new here, we say the same thing every time we leave, and it's the motto of this channel, which is don't forget to be a mark. Being a mark's not a bad thing, you guys. You hear people use that in some kind of negative connotation, but it's not. And I'll tell you why. Because being a mark just means you believe. And believing in wrestling always makes it better. So please don't forget to believe in the parts of wrestling that you love so you can love it all the more and make it all the better. You guys take care of yourselves, and I will see you again very, very soon. Love you guys.